Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to use your Trailblazer power or what your priority list should be, because this is a gacha game at the end of the day, which means that you do have limited energy, which limits how fast you can progress your characters. So I do have a priority list that works for me personally, and in today's video we're going to be covering all of that. But before we jump into all of that, a like and a subscribe would really be appreciated, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I'm going to show over here is the survival index. So that is right here. You're going to click on this icon and go to the icon on the far right. So the survival index over here shows you all the different activities that you can do, which actually uses your Trailblazer power. And all of these activities over here are used to progress your characters to make them stronger. So how do I like to spend my energy? The very first thing I prioritize is my character's levels. So you can see over here that all of my character's levels are level 60 because that is the maximum that I can get right now. I personally focus on the main team first, so the core 4 characters in my team. So at the moment, my main team is Clara over here, Bailu, Tingyun, as well as Zila. So these 4 are my main characters, which is why all of them are level 60, because I made it a priority to get them to level 60. Remember, after you get the character to level 50, you are going to need to ascend them. Ascending the character costs a bunch of money as well as more materials, which you'll need to spend some Trailblazer power to farm for. Now the main character is a little bit unique in the sense that you actually get these for free. So I'm just going to send him over here, and now you can see that my level cap has increased from level 50 to level 60. So once the level cap has increased, then I can spend all of these EXP books in order to level them up all the way up to level 60. So that is priority number 1, getting them to level 60, because it significantly increases their base stats over here. The next priority is going to be light cones over here. This is essentially your weapon. You want to make sure that you enhance it all the way to the maximum level, or level 60 at the moment. It's going to be the same maximum level as your character. So if my character level is 60, well then my light cone level can only go up to 60. As you can see, when I try to enhance it, it won't let me. It says requires equilibrium level 4, as well as these fancy materials, which is going to be a pain in the butt to farm for. Once I have my character as well as my light cone to the maximum level that I can upgrade to, the next step is the traces. The traces again is going to be a pain in the butt to upgrade. The ones that I prioritize are the big ones over here, these big circle ones, because they essentially change how the character works, or they give you like a powerful buff. As you can see over here, Nightshade. When current HP is 50% or lower, reduces the chance of being attacked by an enemy. This is a very nice one. And over here, this one, Lacerate. While Zila is in a buff state, her quantum resistance penetration increases by 20%. This is also very powerful. So I like to focus on the big nodes first before going down the smaller nodes. However, some of these small nodes are very powerful. As you can see, this one, attack boost, increase attack power by 4%. This one increases my critical damage by 5.3%. Some of these small nodes are very nice to have. But once you've upgraded all of these outer nodes, the main ones are going to be the middle. These middle nodes are the main ones that are going to eat up a lot of your resources. The reason for this is because these nodes can be upgraded multiple times. These middle nodes over here, you can upgrade them all the way up to plus 13, and if you have multiple copies of the characters, so you know, the Eidolons, you can actually get an additional 2 levels to specific skills, pushing them to level 15. So traces are extremely powerful because they change the modifier. They basically just give you more damage and they increase everything. So if we look over here at Zila's ultimate, it increases her quantum damage equal to 323% to a single enemy. However, if you upgrade it to level 6, it's going to boost that number to 340, which makes it significantly stronger, which is why traces are very powerful and very important. And last but not least is going to be the relics, or your gear. Personally, I do not put a lot of focus on the gear. I would just run the Echoes of War and hope that you get the right set that you want, or mainly the Musketeer set for most of my DPS. However, eventually I will want to farm Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Providence over here in order to get the Genius of Brilliant Star set over here, because this is the key set that I want for my Zila. However, this is fairly expensive, you know, it costs 40 Trailblazer power. You can run this if you want in order to just get an initial set of 5-star gear. However, I wouldn't sink too much Trailblazer power into this, because the rabbit hole is too deep, because you need the perfect main stat, then you need perfect sub stats. There's just a ton of RNG involved. Versus if you just invest into the trace materials, this is guaranteed power. Every single day or every 2 or 3 days, you are guaranteed to get a significant upgrade. You're going to see your percentages increase. There's a lot less RNG involved when you're just upgrading traces. However, if you are hell-bent on farming relics, it's perfectly fine to do so. Just make sure that you know when to stop. Personally, I would stop once I have 5-star gear for all the slots, then I'll call it quits and be like, all right, it might not be the perfect endgame stats because, you know, my substats might be off. As you can see over here, my main stat, which is attack, is great, but the substats over here, you know, not so great. I have got a ton of HP, I've got some attack, some crit rate, as well as some effect hit rate. Personally, I would like a ton of crit rate as well as a ton of crit damage because that would make my character even stronger, but I'm not going to gamble for that because I don't want to waste my stamina, since I'm going to be investing a ton of my stamina into farming all of these trace materials so that I can upgrade all of my skills to make my character stronger in a more consistent fashion. Because keep in mind, this is just one character. This is Zila. We still have to upgrade our Ting Yun, we still need to upgrade our Bai Lu, we still need to upgrade our Clara, and these are just 4 characters. This is just my main team. Later down the line, if you start doing the Forgotten Hall, you're going to need to start building up a second team. So the second team is going to be my Fire MC, it's going to be my Natasha, it's going to be my March 7, it's going to be my Qing Xue. You know, there's a lot of stuff to upgrade, and you're never going to have enough stamina or enough Trailblazer energy to upgrade everything. So you're going to have to be extremely patient and slowly upgrade each character one at a time. I do not recommend spreading out your resources and upgrading multiple characters at a time because you're going to run out of your limited resources very quickly if you do it that way. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.